Number 2 in our pick 6 right now. This was Jayden Daniels' worst game of his rookie season. You think so, right? 50% completion percentage. Yards per pass attempt were just under 6 here. Only 3 rushing attempts for 5 yards. That's maybe the most puzzling thing about the whole week.
No plays with his legs. None. And that's where we'll get into it a little bit. I mean, the Steelers' defense is good. We know that. They have the type of guys on the edge to go, wait, Jayden Daniels, you're not going to run around us all day. We're damn good. Plus, they're smart. They've played guys like Lamar Jackson, right, before. They know how to stay in rush lanes and go, wait, we can't let this guy run around. So that was really one of the reasons I picked them. I literally said, well, they got great experience with this kind of guy, right? Lamar Jackson is Superman. Jayden Daniels is trying to be like that and has some qualities like that. But, yes, between good coverage, good pass pressure, and to me, a really detailed, awesome third down plan of what do they wanted to do, whether to confuse Jayden Daniels and his reads or send 5-man pressures so he can't run anywhere, and then have one of those guys kind of just hovering around the line for when he breaks outside the pocket, boom, here's one of our fast linebackers. You're not going to turn the corner and make something happen or buy more time and throw a ball down the field.
Well, great segue. They say show, don't tell. So if you're listening to the audio version only, we're going to try to tell as well.
Right.
But we will show here for our Peacock and YouTube audience. So let's get into it. Let's first quarter, about midway through here. This is a 3rd and 3. This is a 5-man rush.
Yes.
They're trying to contain Jayden Daniels
right.
here.
And, you know, we've had fun with the 5-man rush before where we just – I don't love it all the time.
For what reason?
Well, I don't love it, especially when you're playing a pocket-passing quarterback where the offense is surgical, and I go, wait, this quarterback's going to pick up this 5th man, right? And this system is good. It's tried and true, and now you have one less guy in coverage, and they're going to pick it apart all day long. Like, to me, that is not the way to go against a lot of the surgical drop-back passing quarterbacks. But they felt like they could play some man-to-man, so they weren't going to be able to get the ball out quickly and throw into zones. And then the second thing is you get that 5-man rush. Yes, they were very disciplined and that they didn't get out of their lanes to where he could just step up and hit some big lane and run. And like I said, what you'll see more times, and I think the play we're just going to show, they made a concerted effort almost to go – like force him a certain way to where their spy was so he could be right on them right away to where then he could make magic happen.
So we got a couple plays. It might be both of these plays, but let's start with the 5-man rush in the midway through the first quarter. This is the 3rd and 3. So this one is 7:29 to go in the first quarter.
3rd and 3, and you just see it's a 4-down front. First off, the one thing we have to talk about is the front 7 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And especially when you're in base defense, damn is it good. When you go TJ Watt, you know, Keanu Benton, Cam Hayward, Ogunjobi, I'm going to mess up his name, 99.
Oh, Larry O?
Larry O, exactly right. Alex Highsmith, Elandon Roberts, Patrick Queen. The front 7, that is one thing I just want to say. Washington made some mistakes, in my opinion, going 2 tight end sets in some moments of the football game where I'm going, man, Pittsburgh wants this. They love this. You want to play phone booth football with Pittsburgh and this group? Good luck trying to get anywhere with that group right there.
Ogunjobi did play well.
Ogunjobi, excuse me. Thank you. I don't know why I was like, it's such a common name that we say a lot. I was totally Ogunjobi, but either way, so here we go. Let's show it. There's a 4-man pressure, okay, and they're going to bring Patrick Queen, but not really bring him. Patrick Queen is on the hash on the 40-yard line. You see him, Ahmed? Yeah. So he's sitting there like he's going to come, and he's going to come, but he's not going to fully blitz. He's just going to hover there to, one, grab the attention of one of the offensive linemen so they can't go help, right? And then, 2, he's just going to wait for Jayden to break once he doesn't see what he wants out down the field as far as the route combinations in the offense. So go ahead. So you see it there. Here comes Alex Highsmith around the edge to the left of Jayden. Cam Hayward's pushing the pocket to the left of Jayden. I think it was Keanu Benton right there. He also gets to the left of Jayden. So Jayden right here is going to go, wait, I can't run left, okay? And then there is TJ Watt and also Patrick Queen on the other side. And you can see Patrick Queen's kind of just sitting there right? He's got the right guard kind of on him, and the back is kind of hitting him too, but they got another backer to cover the back. So here you go. But either way, it's man-to-man, and you can see it's pretty good coverage. He's looking to his one-on-one down here to Terry McLaurin, and Joey Porter's covering him at this point. So he doesn't like it, and he's going to readjust and go, wait, I got to get out of the pocket because the pocket is collapsing. TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith are coming here. Okay? And he sees it, doesn't have anything, boom, gets sacked. He tries to move up and split I believe Cam Hayward and Alex Highsmith, and there was just no gap. So my point was, like, there was nowhere to run. Nobody was flying by him. They mushed the pocket, and he went, oh, wait, nobody's open. Let me see if I can squeeze through this gap. No, you don't squeeze through this gap. Okay, let's show the next screenshot of, like, him trying to the next play we showed of him scrambling.
End of the first quarter here, right? Similar thing.
Similar thing. It's very similar. It's just a different formation by the offense, so we don't get quite the same matchup, right? But you see there that it's Patrick Queen coming up to the line of scrimmage right over that right guard once again, okay? So he's there. The other Peyton Wilson, number 41, is going to cover the back. It's like a man-to-man coverage again here. But either way, let's start it. Okay, it's a 4-man rush. Patrick Queen's going to kind of come down the same way. Okay, and you can see we got man-to-man coverage. They got people and robbers in the middle of the field, so anything crossing's not going to be there. They're on it. Now, you see the 4-man rush. It's similar to what we just showed. Highsmith and Hayward are to Jayden Daniels left, and they're rushing, but they're pushing the pocket, and their eyes are on him for when he breaks, if he tries to go like he did last time, split between them, something like that. And now Patrick Queen, just like last time, he's sitting there, but not really blitzing, just coming up to grab a body. That great job. Pete's got him outlined there. So now Jayden Daniels doesn't see anything, and then let's go to the next one, Pete. He starts to break the pocket, and this is where you go, they got a plan for Jayden Daniels. And you see Patrick Queen, who didn't really blitz, and he never got engaged with an offensive lineman because he didn't let that happen. He sat there and waited, and he went, oh, here he goes. He's going to run outside the pocket. I'm going to meet him outside over there and loop over there too. And Jayden Daniels has nothing and then has to throw the ball away.
So it is a combination for the Steelers, right? Because I would imagine that not every team would want to do this, contain 5-man rush, have a guy like Patrick Queen who can sit there, take on a block, and then not a lot of teams are going to necessarily do this as successfully.
Exactly
correct?
Right. You're not going to have one. They wanted 5 one-on-ones because they got 5 beasts up front. They're going to go, we're going to win one of them, right? But when you watch the game, and I think this will catch on. Teams are going to start to go.
Try.
They're going to try. And can they do it to that extent? But I do think there is something there, right, where you'll see this going forward. I felt like the main concern for the Steelers watching the game was not letting Jayden run. That was the biggest thing for them in the football game. You know, they mixed in some other coverage and did something like that. And yeah, can other defenses implement that? Yes. Can they do it to that quality? I don't know. You're going to have some special edge guys, and you got to have a pretty fast middle linebacker that can run down a quarterback like Jayden Daniels. But they executed it at a very high level and really played well on defense. If you really look at it, Washington only drove the ball once the whole game. I mean, that's kind of what it felt like. There was yeah, maybe I'll give them 2. I'd probably say the 15-play, 94-yard drive. And then the drive to start the third quarter where they hit the big slant to Terry McLaurin took a big chunk. But you look at that was the only 2 drives, and I would sit here and tell you that the 15-play, 94 drive, they were a little bit fortunate with some bad PI and some bad penalties too.
Should we show you've given some love to some of those front 7 guys. Should we show what you call the play of the day?
Yeah.
2-minute mark.
Let's do
fourth
it.
quarter.
Right.
1st and 10.
Yeah.
Jayden trying to be a hero, bring his team back. So we can do it once again. This is Keanu Benton.
1st and 10. Low. 1st and 10. A play, like there's always a play or two in every game where you go, man, that was a big play that nobody will talk about. Like you're never going to hear about it. Right, and as we're sitting here right now, this is 28-27, right? It's 28-27,
yes,
I believe.
Yep.
They're going to try to get down here in field goal position. They're running a quarterback draw, and they got it. It's man-to-man, okay? The D tackles are kind of wide. They got the blocking just how they want it. And watch this. You're going to see here, Jayden Daniels, now go to the next one, Pete. He's going to he drops back, acts like he's going to throw. Look at all the green grass in between the numbers up top and the hash mark. Like, They've got the two middle linebackers and Wilson and Queen blocked. There's nobody there. It's going to be Jayden Daniels one-on-one with Minkah Fitzpatrick 25 yards down the football field. Jeez. He might score a touchdown. If not, he's easily in field goal position, and game is over, basically. Keanu Benton, what an unbelievable tackle, saves the day and makes it 2nd and 9 instead of being 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line going in. If we have an end zone shot of this too, Pete, because the end zone shot too shows you really, I mean, again, look at this tackle and look at the room he has. And this is like he just grabbed him with his right arm, and he slowed him down, and he's just putting his left arm on here now to hog tie him and finally bring him to the ground. But that was a big moment of the football game.
They used a little bit of blitz to their effect. There's a couple of stats that Pete threw in here. I don't know if you've spoken to them already a little bit. The Steelers versus the 2 and 3 tight end set here for the Commanders.
Right. So
this season the Steelers have been very good at that. They're 4th in yards allowed per play when the other team goes kind of bigger. That's what
I was saying a minute. So they played 2 or 3 tight end sets, and when I named off all those guys, I said good luck against that group. They want you to do that.
So the numbers bear that out.
Okay,
and Washington on the day was under 2 yards per play on the 16 where they used 2 or 3 tight end sets.
That jumped out to me. The game, at least, they had a little success when they spread the field out. When you don't want to play phone booth football with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Washington's not quite up to par or one of the best teams in the league yet as far as phone booth football is concerned. They're better than I would have ever expected. But yeah, like I said, with those big guys they got, those linebackers as athletic they are, Pittsburgh loves to play that kind of defense right there.
Raven Wizard is trying to do some advanced scouting here now.
Right.
He goes for the Steelers versus Baltimore. He's like, how do you feel Pittsburgh will try to defend the Ravens next week? They usually run a lot of man and man blitz similar to KC. Lamar is beating that this year more than ever before. This game is going to tell me a lot about the Ravens.
Yeah, it will. I do think, this is where the Ravens are different. There's weapons. I don't think they're going to be able to play as much man-to-man on Baltimore as they did Washington. Because, one, the receivers are a little different, right? And this is a quarterback, too, where, again, I know they'll have a plan and be pretty good at him, but he's still going to get outside the pocket and make a few things happen every now and then. Plus, there's some creativity in that Baltimore offense, more than I would say was in that Washington offense. They'll play man, but always to division rivals, there's something to that. Teams spend time on their division rivals in the offseason. Teams, of course, you play them twice a year. You do have a feel of like, wait, this team played man. I don't want to do that because I know they might do this or this. And I have a pretty good feel when they're in this formation. I'm going to play this zone and teach my guys kind of read this and read that, and we'll be okay. So it could be a totally different look. But the big point into what our question is there is Pittsburgh can play man-to-man well enough that in big moments in the football game, you can trust them, and they can definitely dial it up. Where there was years past where I'd go, don't do that, Pittsburgh. You guys can't do that. Yo, homies, thanks for watching. Yeah, it's time. The NFL season is here on Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
You can hit subscribe to get all the weekly picks, plus our Sunday recaps as the games are happening.
Oh, you know it. Nobody does that better than us. Thanks again for watching. Remember to subscribe. Peace out. We'll see you next time on Unbuttoned.